Hello and welcome back to Astromantics. I'm in my natural element, seeing, well, with red colored glasses and these like rose colored ones. But I love the color red because I'm a double Aries. All right, today actually I want to talk about the upcoming Valentine's Day. We've got some strong stuff popping off in the air, and I was thinking let's talk about it. Uh, Maybe without these glasses on though, because it makes everything like super red. All right, Valentine's Day, it's coming up. You all love it, right? There's no one here who doesn't love Valentine's Day, right? Well, it happens to be one of my definite favorite holidays. Surprise, surprise, Venus and Pisces, right? She's like, oh, love, right? So I am going to be celebrating that holiday, Valentine's Day. And I'll give you some juicy details of how I intend to celebrate Valentine's Day because why not? It's Pluto and Aquarius has got me feeling like super bold. All right, let me share my screen so y'all can see the transits, because that's what I'm going to be pointing out to you. All right, share screen. Bomb. Boom. All right, February. This is just today's date. This is where everything is. I had thought like, oh, I should talk about like Pluto in Aquarius, right? But whatever, we can talk about that another time. Let's get ready for Valentine's Day. So let's wrap it up. All right, 13th, it's a Tuesday. Tuesday is a Mars rule day. That is sexy sex, right? Remember, Mars is the planet of fucking or fighting, right? It is martial aggression. It is where we want to be open, direct, and honest. It's where we want to win, right? We want to win. Mars ruled peeps. So Tuesday being a Mars ruled day, that means Mars is Lord of the Day in ancient astrology. So Mars gets sway. Mars is in a masculine sign, right? The sign of Aquarius, which makes it well, I mean, it's like a masculine planet, but it prefers to be in uh well, its domiciles are both in Aries, fire sign, and in Scorpio, a water sign, right? In the sign of Aries, Mars in Aries wants to win. It doesn't want to indulge in anything that it's not going to win because it cares really hard about winning. Um, Mars in Scorpio, its other domicile, it cares really hard about winning as well, but it is the sniper. It sits and it waits until it has the right moment and then it strikes, right? The energies of Mars. Mars is the god of working out, right? It's when you think about working out, you think about sweating and you think about going after your goals, right? That's very Mars energy. Mars also makes things hard on us too. It is a natural malefic meaning it doesn't give the best stuff. It gives you things that you have to like overcome. It gives you things that you have to like work hard to achieve. It gives you things like you've got to fight for it. Wherever it is in your chart is what you are willing to fight for. For example, my Mars is in Virgo, the sixth house. That means I want to fight for health, right? Or I want to fight for things to be pure. The purest meaning of the word, right? Purity. Anyway, funny, right? That's what I'll fight for. It's what will motivate me, right? Um, and on it's a daily thing, right? I feel motivated daily because Mars just lives up in there. So when you think of Valentine's Day, what you are thinking of, right? Or what most people think of is like the softer vibes, like love, right? If you do think of sex, you are thinking of like, I'm gonna put on something like cute, right? I'm gonna put on like a cute little teddy, right? I'm gonna put on some cute lingerie, right? I'm gonna put on something that makes me feel sexy, that makes me feel desirable, that makes my partner want to desire me. We think of going out to eat, right? You think of chocolates, you think of flowers, you think of all these like Venusian vibes, right? That's what most people think of. Venus, she's got it, right? And so that is usually the vibe, but Mars is prominent, right? Mars gives arguing and it does give fighting. And what I'm seeing right here, this Pluto Mars. See, we've got Pluto at 0 degrees, and we've got Mars at 0 degrees. That is a powerful conjunction. This right here is it definitely gives fighting vibes. It gives power struggle vibes, is what it gives. It does not give nicey nice vibes, right? This is giving some extra tension. This is, if you are not fucking on this day, you may find yourself fighting or feeling super resentful, right? So here's what I suggest to do with this Pluto. Pluto gives power, Pluto gives obsession, right? So if you are in the mindset of, well, and then also Mars in Aquarius is like fucks with community, right? It's like Mars in Aquarius is with humanity, right? Like, so I don't know, some people might be having some like, sexy times. You know what? I better just make this 18 plus. You could be doing orgies, right? You know what I mean? Like that could be a thing happening. And then you definitely be having power struggles, but you be more in the mindset to have the fun kind of power struggles, right? So see all this up in Aquarius? We've got the sun here, we've got Mercury here, we've got Pluto and Mars. This is all like innovative, right? Aquarius also gives rebellious. Aquarius gives the underdog, a care for the underdog, right? I have a sun in Aquarius. It gives eccentricity. It gives individuality. It gives authenticity, right? I would rather die than be inauthentic, right? It definitely gives that action. Um, so you've got a choice here, people, on Valentine's Day. If you can, and if you're in a place to, mentally, socially, whatever, if you can, please really think about playing with power plays, right? Sub-dom relationships, BDSM, right? Make sure you have a safe word, please, right? And if you can do it in a community, that could be fun. But yes, this is giving sub-dom vibes. This is giving playing with those dynamics. If you have toys, maybe go toy shopping with your partner, right? For, sexy toys. Do that. That would be like awesome, right? We do have the moon is going to be actually later on this evening, and this is really cool. The moon is going to be in Taurus this evening. So this is gourmet yummy food. This also means that if you have something to give your person, right, quality over quantity, go all out for an excellent box of chocolates and let that be the only thing, right? If you're going to go out on gemstones, don't get the plastic, get the real deal, right? And gemstones, I mean, you can get like garnet things, right, for pretty inexpensive because garnets aren't super expensive. And they're the birthstone. Well, they're not the birthstone they're the birthstone of January. The birth amethyst. Amethyst is the birthstone for February in Aquarius. So please get your person an amethyst, right? Like a real deal, something quality over quantity. I'm giving Taurus vibes. So the moon is going to be in Taurus, right? Well, more like the next day. It's heading into Taurus. I guess it's in Aries for that night, though. Ooh, and because I'm like at 7:42 p.m. Yeah, that ain't gonna change all night, y'all. Okay, so this moon is exactly conjunct my moon, which is like awesome. That's body on body. That is feeling bold, right? So I know I'm gonna be feeling super bold. I know I'm gonna be feeling extra powerful and pushy. I am definitely going to be incorporating toys and playing with sub dom themes for sure, right? A little bit of punishment, a lot of fun. Yeah, but like, so if you are gonna go, still do the quality over quantity, right? If you're feeling bold, like the moon in Aries gives a sense of boldness. The moon in Aries gives a sense of, I want to try new things, right? Mars is in charge of that moon, and Mars is with Pluto. Again, we're going to see some kind of power struggle, right? There's going to be a bit of, so you're going to feel friction, right? You're going to be possibly arguing, right? So that is something, to kind of anticipate. Sorry, not sorry, but that's real. So if you can mitigate the fighting with the sexy tension, with the power plays tension, do you know what I mean? Like if you can sort of prepare yourself and maybe prepare your partners that I'm going to try this out. I'm going to try being sort of dommy, right? Or I'm going to try, I'm always dommy. I'm going to try being subby, right? Like if you can, alter, please do. Let's look at aspects here. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. And it's in a square to that moon. Ooh, that is friction, babies. That is friction. Ooh. Yeah, I've been looking at this thinking, oh damn, like how can you innovate, right? Aquarius loves shocking. How can you be shocking, daring, bold, right? Maybe you've never been to a sex club. I can tell you from firsthand experience, they're not all that scary. They're really kind of fun to go to. And if you have a person who's your person with you, it's even better because then you can observe, you can watch and, feel like turned on by stuff, right? It's really quite fun, actually. And this is speaking as a very heavy Virgo placement. So I really heavily care about purity, right? About the purity of something. Make your intentions clear before you go into the club, right? Be like, we're playing with others. We're not playing with others. You are definitely going to need to be in some really good communication with your partner before you go into a club. But in a club, even if you don't play with other people or you don't even pay attention to other people, which is kind of hard to not do, but if you're not paying attention to other people, then you usually get to dance way more sexier at a club, right? At a sex club, right? Dirty dancing is awesome in a sex club, right? Oh, this is making me want to go to a sex club now. But really, it's just a place where people tend to be more free, right? It's a place where people tend to be more like, it is a secretive place though. A lot of the times people are kind of really just watching other people to see what other people do. And some people will be like bolder than others, like doing stuff in certain sections, of the club, because, there is permissible things in those clubs that there isn't in other places, as you would know. But just know it's not as scary. If you've never given one a chance, make your intentions clear. We don't want to play with other people, or yes, we want to play with other people. Maybe you just do oral things, right? Just be very as clear as possible about what your expectations are, right? And even if it's like hey, let's not do anything tonight, then awesome, don't do anything tonight, right? Sometimes my husband and I will go to a club and then we just kind of hang out there, do some dancing, do some cuddling, do a little bit of being seen stuff. And then we go out to dinner like afterwards, right? We'd be all, oh my God, and then share what we were thinking, because oftentimes in every club, there's always like blaring music, right? Because, they're trying to get people to dance and interact in that way. It is not as scary as you think. If I could tell the world that would be awesome. It's not as scary as you think. And you don't have to do anything. Nothing. And most of the time, most people don't even start doing anything until like later in the evening anyway, because everyone's kind of waiting to see what everybody else does. It's like, yeah, it's not half as I remember like the thoughts that I had first time going into a club, right? I was like, I don't know. What if somebody approaches me? What if most people don't? They don't approach you. They're not, because everybody's too afraid to do so. Most people are just there to see what other people do, and you can get drinks, or you can Well, depends upon the club, right? There's 3 clubs here in Portland that my husband and I have frequented just to have fun, just to go out and hang out. I go to a women's group once a month called Broadcast, where it is held in a sex club, and yes, it is where you can kind of let your freak flag fly, in a safe space. It's a safe space to explore sort of all things taboo, things that you would normally bring a deck of cards. You could literally invite like another couple that you want to like play cards. You know what I mean? Like it could even be like silly stuff, right? Just stuff that you're like, you know, yeah, bring a game to play. A little private game, a little card game. Um, there's no wrong way to be at a sex club unless you're a creepy person, and then that's a wrong way, or you're there because you want to shoot up I won't go there. I won't go to the most negative parts that I hear that happen in clubs where people are free, right? For the most part though, it's super harmless. It's just like any other club, except people are dancing more, people might be a little more, people might be exactly as dressed up. If you go to a club that's a non-sex club, women are usually even less dressed there than they are at sex clubs. It's like a weird thing. Um, but yeah, just make sure you feel safe, right? Make sure that your partner knows, that you leave when you want to leave, right? Like, just make things clear. Have a conversation. The first time my husband and I went to a sex club, well, the first time we went, we were like, let's just be down. We had been non-monogamous for years at that point. I think 9 years. No, 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 no. God, first I was what? The first club, I think was 2014, 2015 when we went for the first time. And it was awesome, actually. We had a great experience. We actually, I'll tell you a juicy story. We actually did meet another couple there that night. And we really did get together with them. And it was beautiful. Like it was exciting. It was really fun. It was enlivening. Oh, it made me feel so sexy and so good and so alive. We had dinner with them like right after that, and everyone was just having this beautiful tabletop conversation where you're all just talking about shit. We would never see that couple again because that's just how that works. But it was great. It's the only time that we've actually been with another couple full on, right? Like we've been other times where like oral things are happening, but not necessarily penetration. I have a problematic, you know, health issues when it comes to my lady parts. They don't like new partners. My lady bits, they don't. So I can't just willy nilly go with people anymore. But it's okay though. I don't mind. Syphilis is on the rise. I guess it's just protecting me for not getting syphilis. Um, but yes, this night in particular, right, is a night to feel bold, a night to feel sexy, a night to feel empowered in a way that maybe you've not felt empowered before, a night to experiment with power plays, subdom, a night to go experience something new, something taboo in a public place, right? Like, ooh, so say yes to that party, right? Say yes to doing something that you've never tried before. You can always leave, right? You don't have to stay. Pluto here gives you a power, gives it a boldness, gives it a you know what I mean? Like that's what it gives. So this Valentine's Day, go quality over quantity with gifts, right? Give one really good thing to a whole bunch of really great things, right? Have some article of red on you, right? Something to make you feel powerful, strong, sexy, right? Do that. Experiment with going toy shopping, right? Maybe you're like, oh God, it's X Club, Lacey. I could never. That's fine. Maybe go to a store, right? Go to a store that sells toys. Go to a store that sells writing crops. Oh, I should have got my bag of toys. Anyway, I know this is like YouTube and stuff like that. So yeah, and podcasts. Have fun with power plays this Valentine's Day. Have fun with feeling empowered. Have fun with feeling sexy, in control. And either you're in control or you're giving over control to someone who you trust, and thereby you have the most control. Power plays, experiment with them this Valentine's Day. And that's all I've got to say about that. Bye.